available in this way. We can draw this curve based on equation. Directly you can put the curve equation, that parameters in the form of equation and generate this curve. And this is the substrate on which we are building this. You can define each and every parameter for each item. This is the substrate. You can define it the Rogers 6.1 diameter, 10 diameter, 2.2. Most of the time we are using 2.2. Then this has to be backed by cavity. This cavity you can create by using an observer depending these parameters. You see, this is the simulated performance. This is at 18 gigahertz, then 29 gigahertz and 40 gigahertz. So this is one bicanonical antenna we have already developed based on these simulations, and this is the realized product. And now we are going to use this product in variety of platforms and applications. You see, this is the measured performance. Minimum 10 dB return loss covering 80 to 40 gigahertz. This is the Omni pattern, this is the elevation pattern. Measured. So such when we want to import, nobody is coming forward to supply this antenna. Now next we go for Archimedes spiral antenna. The main features of this spiral antenna is broad bandwidth, circle polarization, compact size, lightweight, flush mounting, and excellent tracking accuracy. This is one of the important parameter for RDF application, because we are using this antenna in 4 element, 6 element, 8 element. In amp comparison, 4 element is based on interconverter arrays. This is the basic construction of the spiral antenna. This is the balloon. This is microstrip, because it has to work from unbalanced to balanced. Here we are, it is becoming a balance because the 2-way transmission line is becoming. This is the microstrip. Both this ground plane as well as the strip, both tapered to get the required impedance transformation as well as that's balloon characteristics. These are the various props. So another important design we have introduced is this is the conventional spiral without anything, because nowadays requirement is coming that the antenna should be smaller. How we can reduce the antenna dimensions? There are two methods available. One is inductive loading and another is dielectric loading. Inductive loading is achieved by using sinusoidal modulation on the outer expanding horns. Because this problem we face always with low frequency. So because the spiral low frequency end is radiating from this outer spiral horns. So high frequency there is no issue. That's why we are maintaining the central portion is without any modulation. If you go on the higher and lower frequency, we are modulating like this. If it is a straight conductor, we are occupying the same space only lengthwise, but by measuring this, we are electrically increasing the length of the spiral. That means electrical length I am increasing, so that instead of say 1 gigahertz, it will go to 0.5 gigahertz lower frequency within the physical size available. Even then, it is not meeting our requirement. Then we have to go for dielectric loading. By loading the cavity with the dielectric as well as superstate also, we are loading with the dielectric. If we use the dielectric as a total, then it will affect the high frequency performance. So high frequency should not have any effect. Low frequency should have effect in reducing the antenna size. At the same time, if we use only another ring, because of sudden discontinuity, again its acceleration will go up and you cannot get the required performance. That's why from this portion to this portion you have tapered. 0 or very minimal thick edges go on increasing, and whatever part thickness is there, 32 thou or 62 thou, we are maintaining. So that by loading the dielectric as inductive loading, we have reduced the spiral dimension to 40 to 50%. So this antennas we are using in interferometric BL arrays. So you see here, this we have simulated. Just we have not made the antenna like that. First we have simulated this antenna, and after getting the satisfactory performance, then we have fabricated and used in the systems. So this is what I am telling the baseline interferometric array. Here 4 elements are used, covering 2.5 to 2.2 to 18 gigahertz. These are the measured radiation patterns. These are the tracking characteristics. This is amplitude tracking and this is phase tracking within plus minus 10 degrees or say 2 to 18 gigahertz. This is the amplitude matching within plus minus 1 dB. This is dielectric loading what we have implemented, simulated, then implemented in the practical. This is the array, baseline for the array with dielectric loading. Because in one of the systems where we are for naval application, the total antenna is to be assembled within 1.5 hours and go for the trials or mission. So we cannot fix these antennas permanently. That is why the antenna should be as small as possible and lightweight. So that is why what this without this loading is working from 2.2. By loading with the dielectric loading with proper shape, other things, we are bringing it down to 1.2. That is why we can able to achieve the performance.